Welcome to Up to the Minute. Todd Duplantis here, and happy Mardi Gras to you, to all of our friends and relatives who may be here from the New Orleans and Louisiana area. Big day down there. Big day here at Up to the Minute. We got a great show. It's Tasty Tuesday. We also got another guest as well, so we got a packed show for the next half hour. And hey, it's the 1st of March. We are less than 2 weeks away from spring break here at HCC, and that's always an exciting thing. Thanks to those of you who are joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube. Good to have you with us on the show. We're also, we are live every morning at 10 a.m. You can also catch the rebroadcast of our show at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. on HCCTV. Dr. Tony Rayo Sutherland joining us on this glorious morning. It's pretty nice outside, Tony. A little chilly this morning, but it's beautiful now.
It is beautiful. You don't need a coat. It's just perfect out there. And I'm so happy we have finally marched into March.
We've marched into March. And as I mentioned, it is Mardi Gras today. We didn't make it down to, our boss was on the show
Tuesday.
Last week. Yeah, our boss was on the show. And I think he kind of okayed us doing a live shot from Mardi Gras. So I don't know what happened to that.
I think so.
I'm going to blame
I think
you.
so.
And it's scheduled.
Well, let's see. I think I put myself on it, didn't I?
Yeah, but you're in the studio today, so we can do it.
Oh, that's right.
Background.
Well, I can go after this show's over with.
Okay. All right. Tony's headed down to the Mardi Gras. All right. Sounds like a song. Hey, Tony, folks can always watch us if they don't catch the live version of the show in social media. Where exactly would they find us?
They can look for Houston Community College District, not just HCC, Houston Community College District. And they can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube.
That's exactly right. All right, Tony, stick around like you're going to. Don't leave from Mardi Gras yet. Wait at least till
okay, I'll wait.
Wait till 10:30 when the show's over, because you're going to be interviewing this next guest, Dr. Malika Martin. She is the co-CEO of Fundamentals for Education. Good morning, Dr. Martin. Well, your microphone is off. We can get you to unmute your mic. There we go. Oh.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and happy Mardi Gras to you.
Yeah, same to you. Thanks for being here on the show. We're looking forward to hearing all about Fundamentals for Education, what you guys are all about. And so if you will stick around for about 10 minutes, we'll be with you shortly.
Awesome.
All right, thank you. Okay, it is Tasty Tuesday, and every Tasty Tuesday, we always have a special guest from the Houston restaurant industry. We've got a local bar up in the Heights. If you haven't been there yet, we've got Adyson and Andrew Alvis who are joining us now. They're the founders of Wild in the Heights. They're a coffee shop like that, a bar, and a CBD dispensary. They're also our Tasty Tuesday guests. Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all? And they're unmuting their mic now. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Good morning.
Hey, how are you? Doing great. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for being here. We wanted to talk a bit about what you guys are all about and also the benefits of CBD, a little bit more on what it exactly is. But first, talk about how you got here. You guys had a coffee bar before in West U, or you still have that? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Wild's the evolution of our first location, which is Grinder's Coffee Bar in the CBD Apothecary. It's located off Kirby and Sunset in the West U area. I guess we opened that one in mid-2019, grew it through COVID, and it's really over the past couple of years just continues to grow and grow. The industry's growing, and this new location was kind of an evolution of that location. A lot more space. Still having kind of this CBD dispensary, still the coffee, but also an added component with the bar.
And tell us exactly where in the Heights you're located, because I'm very familiar with the Heights.
Yeah, so we're at 2121 North Shepherd. So we are kind of Greater Heights area at 22nd Street. So
okay. So 22nd and Shepherd, look for them there. My only experience with CBD oil is I had an older dog a few years ago. He passed away last year, but towards the end of his life, he had some issues with pain. And somebody had mentioned CBD oil, which I did get for him, and that seemed to help him. But I imagine the benefits, because there's always, people are wondering, What is it exactly? Is it pot? Is it, you know, do you get high from it? So tell us demystify a bit about CBD oil and what it really is.
So we have quite a few different products we have here on our wild lineup. Our CBD oils, like similar to what you just described, which would be what you would give your dog or you yourself if you wanted something as a sublingual drop, put it under the tongue twice a day. It's really good for pain relief, helping with arthritis pain, any type of joint pain you would suffer, muscle aches, fatigue. It helps alleviate that. It doesn't help as much for, you know, nerve damage and nerve type pains. But anything joint related, it's really amazing for. That's why you saw such success with your older dog, help alleviating that old age pain, and help his days a lot easier. Then of course, you know, we do have other products like our Delta 8 products. Those do have THC in them. So they do contain a psychoactive effect. It does what you would say get you high a little bit. It's much weaker than, you know, recreational like cannabis would be in Colorado or another legal state. It is still hemp derived and it's federally legal. So it does carry a little bit of that psychoactive high to it, but it's a lot more mellow and people seem to enjoy it a lot more.
Now, where did you get the idea to infuse it with coffees? And then also you got a bar as well. How did that come about?
So for the coffee, you know, originally we loved coffee, the caffeine, the energy it gives you. But for like me personally, you know, a big cup of latte or something would make me a little jittery. I'd get energy, but I'd feel a little less focused, you know, a little all over the place. And CBD really helps to bring that edge down a little bit, make you energized, but focused. It's really good for productivity, start at your work day and get really productive, get everything done. They go together so well.
Well, here's the question I've got, because several companies drug test their employees. Would you advise them obviously to stay away from CBD oil, or if they do that, or how does that work? Because that's a question I always have.
So the biggest thing is that you have two sort of forms of the product. You have a full spectrum product, which like our oils do contain currently. Those do have up to the 0.3% THC according to the federal legal limits. But we do sell isolate and broad spectrum products. Those have the THC specifically pulled out of them, so that you have no trace of THC, whatever. So if you're on drug tests and you know you get it from your company, those are the products I would only let you use or want you to use without having risk. All the full spectrum stuff definitely could pop on a test. It's very unlikely due to the really low amounts. Yeah. But for safety, we always advise all of our customers about it.
It sounds like when someone comes in there to get a coffee or a tea or a hemp infused drink or CBD oil infused drink, they need to have a consultation with you. Do you find that happening a lot?
There's a little bit of education to it for sure. And we love doing that. We want to help demystify hemp and all the benefits it has for people's lives, and take away that stigma that, you know, you're just coming in here to get something to get you high. There's a lot of healing properties and help you can do for people's lives, and it's something we really care about here.
And what has the reaction from the public been like? And what's your average customer's age? That's kind of what I'm wondering. What's the demographics of your customer look like?
You know, we're really all over. You seem to think that, you know, for the pain relief stuff, you will get an older crowd, like you talked about, those older age aches and pains. But, you know, for our Delta 8 products and some of our smokable products, you definitely see a younger mix. I think we really spend a lot of time trying to decide, you know, what's our average customer, but it's all over the place. It could be anybody.
Okay, so you got the coffee shop, I imagine, open all the time. When does the bar kick in? And maybe you can tell us about some of the drinks.
So we're open 8 a.m. to midnight, 5 days a week. And then on weekends, we are open till 2 a.m. The bar is open all hours. The coffee shop's open. You can stop in and get a little morning cocktail if that's something you're looking for. And the dispensary is open all the same hours as well.
And tell us about the drinks. I know you're going to make one for us. So I know they've got some interesting names: Flower Power, Pineapple Express. What are you going to make for us this morning?
So this morning, we're going to make for you our Hanoi High Five. We do have a Pineapple Express already made for you right here in front of you in our little pineapple glass. What we did on the drinks is we really wanted them to help relate back to hemp and hemp products. So we really chose a lot of drinks with, famous strain names, so they're more familiar for people, and help add a little bit of depth to the drinks. It helped us create a bar menu that fit the names of the strains we wanted to use. and helped us guide our process a little bit on that.
Do you have a drink called the Jeff Spicoli?
No Jeff Spicoli, unfortunately. That is a great reference.
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering. Yeah, it's like, hey, can you make one though? Can you start one up maybe?
We could definitely add that as a little seasonal special for sure.
There you go.
This is our Hanoi High Five. This is one of our featured gin drinks on the menu. It's a very botanical gin. It has a spicy Thai chili tincture that we make in-house with it. So it's that little fresh herbal spice gin drink. It comes garnished with a beautiful fresh hemp leaf on top that we're getting from local farmers, helping support Texas farmers. And that is the drink. A little hard to show it.
Kind of, you know,
there you go. Yeah,
right off
leaf on top and everything. Before I go, I don't want to forget about asking you about the drink with the donut. Tell us about that real quickly.
Oh, the drink with the donut. So that is like one of our signature coffee cocktails. So we do have some items on our menu that are infused with espresso shots. That one does come with a little donut hole on top. So it's that little, you know, coffee morning cocktail, a little bit of an Irish coffee style with a donut on the side.
There you go. Well, gentlemen, Adyson and Andrew Alvis, they're the founders of Wild in the Heights Coffee Shop. Look for them on Shepherd at near 22nd Street. And we wish you the best of luck, continued success, and thanks for being on the show this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Your time.
All right. Thanks, gentlemen. All right. Check them out. Wild in the Heights. All right, we're going to completely change directions now. We're going to talk education, a company called Fundamentals of Education. Tony, you want to take this one away?
Yes, I do. Dr. Malika Martin is with us, and it's Fundamentals for Education. It's kind of a play on words. I like that. It makes it fun. And Dr. Martin was recommended to us by Parrish Murphy. Give a shout out to one of our HCCTV staff. Welcome to the show, Dr. Martin.
Thank you. And thank you for having me this morning.
Well, we're really looking forward to listening to the different things that your company does. It really is helping students out there. And you also have a connection to HCC, is that right?
Correct. I have a connection to HCC. I am a adjunct faculty professor for mathematics. I've been working with HCC since 2010, and I'm also a 2018 graduate of HCC's Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program.
Excellent, excellent. So you're a success student.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, speaking of students, tell me about the Fundamentals for Education, or I think it's F4E, right?
Correct. That's the acronym we use, F4E.
I love it. Now, tell me a little bit about the program. How did it start? What do you want to accomplish with it? I know you're accomplishing a lot of things.
So Fundamentals for Education was started in 2013, and we are an educational service provider located here in Houston, Texas, whose sole mission is to provide quality educational services for schools that have failed to meet state standards. So we target schools that are in low-income communities in hopes to provide quality educational service programs such as tutorials, teacher training. We help build programs before and after school. We provide college readiness services and SAT and ACT prep.
Ooh, that's wonderful. Now, the pandemic has been difficult for all of us, but
Yes.
It seems to have really affected the school children. I'm talking about from K all the way to, even college, of course. And how has that affected you and the students, and what are you doing to help in that regard?
Well, as we know, there existed educational gaps before the pandemic. And
Right.
so as a result of the pandemic, those gaps have widened extremely. Students, according to statistics, are 9 months behind in their academic school. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to help schools and students close some of those gaps. So we have come up with a program called Get on the Bus Initiative, where we have mobile learning labs that we're placing in communities that will provide basic skills for math, reading, writing, and computer skills. So those mobile learning labs are outfitted like mini classrooms in which we'll have free Wi-Fi and a basic computer lab.
You know, I was looking at some of the programs or some of the services that you, do, and it is a wide range of services. Tell us a little bit about some of those.
So as far as our mobile learning labs are concerned, those labs are community-based. And so we go in and we work with the Community and Schools program where we're able to partner with schools. We're able to create programs where parents can come in and get computer-based lessons. We also have programs for students who are moving into the college realm. We have SAT and ACT prep for those students. And we also have college readiness where we help students with college essays. And besides that, we do have private tutoring, and we have summer programs in which we do writing camps and STEM camps.
So you help the students out a lot, but I understand you also help the teachers. How's that?
Yes, we provide teacher mentoring and teacher training for novice teachers. We called it hand-holding. So when teachers are new to the school or new to the district, we are partnered with that teacher. We provide that teacher with a teacher trainer who kind of helps them with lesson planning, helps guide them with doing creative activities and different things for students in their class to kind of get them acclimated to the teaching profession.
And parents, we've got students, we've got teachers and parents. They're always a very important part of this whole thing. How do you help them?
Well, currently we are providing basic computer classes for parents in which we're helping them get acclimated to some of the programs that are used in schools with the students. Students are given some web-based programs that they can use at home to help them with some of those educational gaps that exist. So we are currently hosting parent basic computer classes to help those parents assist their students at home.
And that's very important. I know that not everybody has a computer, but the schools and all are trying to provide those. But especially if you hadn't had one before, you got to learn how to use it. So these are very important instructions that you're giving. And I also saw that you have health and beauty workshops. How does that work?
So we have leisure learning classes in which we have different professionals come in, whether they're doing makeup classes, they could be showing people how to start businesses, how to write their own book for the first time. So we bring in some professionals and we host what we call these leisure learning workshops in which the community can come in and participate in some of these workshops.
That's wonderful. I saw here, you can learn how to install a
ceiling fan
tile on your floor. You can put your ceiling. I can't tell you how many times I've needed to know how to put a ceiling fan on.
Yes. We pay people to do some of those little things that we could kind of do ourselves. So these classes are classes to help the community in learning some of these basic skills that you can do around the house.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful. So we help the parents, we help the students, we help the teachers. And like you said, I understand that you do a lot of prep for college. What are I know you said you help them like with tutoring and how to take these tests and stuff like that. What else do you do to help students prepare for college?
So we help students put together their college resumes. We help them put together their college essays. We also help them find colleges that's a good fit for what profession they're trying to pursue. And so it's like a mentoring program of sorts in which we pair students with a college student who's actually have about 60 hours of college and could help guide them through the process that it takes to get acclimated into moving into the college realm.
That is wonderful because, coming out of high school, you don't know what's coming up and you don't know how it's going to be in college. It's not just the studies. There's all the other social things and things that you have to be prepared for. And I understand you kind of help prepare them for that, right?
It could be very overwhelming. I mean, I'm also a professor at HCC, and I oftentimes see students who are coming straight from high school into college classes that are not prepared, not necessarily prepared to be a college student, but they don't have good study skills. They don't have good practices just in being a good student in general. And so having had those experiences before you get to college would be very beneficial.
So where can potential clients, that would be parents, students, teachers, how can they get in touch with you and find out more about your programs, and how can they enroll?
Well, you can go to our website. It's www.fun4education.com. We're also on social media platforms for Instagram and for Twitter. We are Fun4Education. And on Facebook and LinkedIn, we are Fundamentals for Education.
Excellent. Well, I think it's wonderful. You help parents, start a new business. Even it said, I read, you even help people if you're writing a book. How do you get it published? I mean, there's so many things that you do.
Yes. Well, what we found that the community had great needs. And in some of the low income areas, there's not a lot of resources available. So what we did was we wanted to plant leisure learning classes to give them opportunities to have some of those basic skills.
Well, we really appreciate having you on, and we really appreciate the work that you do. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, guys. And guess what? I'm from New Orleans, so I'm really celebrating Mardi Gras today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we all wish we were there right now. Beautiful weather.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks for being
Thank you, Dr.
here.
Martin.
All right. Have a great day.
If you are interested in fundamentals of education, we'll have a link in our social media post after the show. All right, we've got a few announcements to make on the show before we wrap things up. Navigating the Education Obstacle Course, the Psi Kappa Northeast and HCC Psychology programs are presenting a special workshop to overcome the challenges students face to reach the end goal, which of course is graduation. Join advisors, counselors, and faculty today. They're going on right now, and it goes on at 12:30 at the HCC's North Line Auditorium. We'll have some information in our post after the show. Brave Conversations. These are gender-based conversations about violence, Tony.
HCC Counseling and Ability Services is presenting Women's Perspectives, Creating a Space for Brave Conversations. And the topic this time is gender-based violence, a global crisis. And it will happen this Friday, March 4th, from 11 to 12:30. And we have information in our post after the show on how you can get information on that.
All right. You may have heard of the California Jam, the Texas Jam. That'll take you way, way back. How about the Friday Math Jam? Well, those are happening. Sessions, they're free tutoring hosting sessions that are hosted by full-time math faculty members. Don't miss these live virtual tutoring sessions. You can check them out every Friday. They are free, and we'll have a link after our show where you can join them this coming Friday. And if you need money with HEERF, well, you can still get it, Tony.
Yes, but it's only students who did not receive the HEERF funds through round one for the spring 2022 semester. But if not, you are eligible to request for round two. And we'll have information on that in our post after the show. So watch that.
All right, Katy ISD is known for its dual credit courses that prepare students for post-high school education, such as the first step to the University of Houston pathways, like engineering as well with HCC. Check out the videos from their former students on how their high school courses are helping them reach their goals. You can watch them on Katy ISD's YouTube channel. We also have shared those videos in our social media. All right, free haircuts. They're back. They're popular, and you can get one.
Oh, yes. At North Line, Southeast, and at Katy. HCC Cosmetology is having free hair services to faculty, staff, and students. It'll be on Tuesdays at North Line, Southeast, and Katy campuses. Walk-ins are also welcome. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, so don't forget that. That's a great service. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm going to get a haircut today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it out there because I can't get out there by 1. But, I know that our director is a regular out there to get his haircut. Nathan, our director. So he's a big student.
Yeah, Nathan, and he always looks prim and proper and perfect.
He's presentable most of the time. Yep. So anyway, spring semester options continue. If you wish to get some credits in before the end of the spring semester, you can do so, but you need to sign up now. The last 8-week session starts right after spring break. So sign up. There's financing available, financial aid, scholarships, grants in many cases that'll pay for all of your college, but you got to ask for it. So go ahead and sign up first. Go to hccs.edu/apply for all your registration needs. Okay, tomorrow on the show, we've got some more special guests, Tony.
We have a new student member, Alberta Rollins, and she's going to give us some fitness tips for spring. And we all need that. At least I know I do for sure.
Yes. And later this week, we'll visit with our new interim AVC, that's Associate Vice Chancellor of Enrollment Management and Success, Dr. Betty Fortune. We know her from the Southwest College. It'll be good to see her and catch up with Dr. Fortune in her latest role. And we'll feature Best Buddies, a stewardship program that helps people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. All that and more this week on Up to the Minute. Tony, we'll see you tomorrow.
After I come back from Mardi Gras. No, I'm just kidding.
Have a good day.